In 1919, Conrad Hilton's dream of buying a bank collapsed amid the dusty streets of Cisco, Texas. But his fate took a twist, purchasing a bustling hotel instead. Within those walls, the foundation of a global empire was built, marking the beginning of the Hilton family's multi-billion-dollar legacy. From modest beginnings to a worldwide symbol of luxury, this is the story of the Hiltons. In the vast plains of New Mexico, in the small yet spirited community of San Antonio, Conrad Hilton was born into a world of modest beginnings in 1887, the son of Augustus Halvorsen Hilton, a hardworking immigrant from Norway, and his wife, Mary Genevieve. Conrad was the middle child among 7 siblings. The Hilton family eked out a living through a grocery store that Augustus managed, while also renting out rooms in their spacious home, a precursor to what would become a global hospitality empire. From an early age, Conrad was immersed in the intricacies of running a business. The bustling family home, where travelers and townspeople mingled, taught him early hospitality and commerce lessons. These formative years were crucial, shaping Conrad's understanding of what it meant to cater to the needs of others as the world plunged into the chaos of World War I. Conrad, like many young men of his age, served in the U.S. Army. The war tested his resolve and leadership skills. Conrad returned in 1919 at 32, eager to start his own business. He searched for a firm that might satisfy his dreams using $5,000 from his army salary and personal savings. His initial idea was to buy a Texas bank rich in oil and opportunities. Destiny had other ideas. The bank deal fell through, but Conrad didn't leave Texas empty-handed. Instead, he purchased the Mobley Hotel in Cisco, a bustling town riding the crest of the oil boom. With its 40 rooms, the hotel was constantly overflowing with oil workers and travelers. Recognizing the urgent demand for accommodation, Conrad ingeniously converted the hotel's dining room into additional lodging space, maximizing the building's profitability. This decision marked the true beginning of what would become the Hilton Hotels Corporation. Under Conrad's leadership, the hotel's success was undeniable, and it became a cornerstone of his vision of a hotel empire that would span the world. The lessons he had gained throughout the war and in his youth were evident in his ability to adapt and improvise in the face of adversity. A fitting homage to the location where Conrad Hilton's aspirations took off, the original Mobley Hotel was named a Texas Historical Site in 1970, long after it had closed as a hotel. This was the modest beginning of a business based on the pillars of family, resiliency, and an unwavering will to achieve that would come to define luxury and hospitality worldwide. Conrad Hilton's objectives reflected the boundless spirit of the Roaring Twenties, which heralded an era of extraordinary expansion and prosperity. Enthused by the Mobley Hotel's success, Conrad grabbed every chance to grow his growing hotel empire in Texas. Conrad's portfolio expanded during the decade, with each new hotel built or acquired representing a step closer to his goal of creating a chain of Hilton hotels spanning the whole coast. Despite the Great Depression, which caused widespread economic turmoil and hindered many businesses from expanding, Conrad's strategic acumen saw him navigating these challenging times with cautious yet bold moves. His focus remained sharp, his investments prudent, and his belief in the hospitality industry unshaken. This resilience laid a solid foundation for his next big leap, one that would take him and the Hilton brand beyond the familiar landscapes of Texas. The year 1942 marked a pivotal turn in the Hilton narrative. As America recovered from the Depression and entered the Second World War, opportunities arose in unexpected places. Conrad took a significant step by purchasing his first hotel outside Texas, a luxurious establishment in the burgeoning city of Los Angeles. This move was not just a geographic expansion, but also a strategic entry into the glamorous world of Hollywood, where stars and moguls alike became part of the Hilton clientele. This expansion set the stage for another momentous event 4 years later, in 1946, when the Hilton Hotels Corporation was officially formed. This incorporation was a declaration of Conrad's intent to establish a national and eventually a global presence in the hospitality industry. Under this new corporate banner, Conrad continued to innovate and expand, bringing the Hilton standard of hospitality to guests across the United States. Conrad's vision reached a new height in 1949 when he set his sights on the crown jewel of luxury hotels, the Waldorf Astoria in New York City. Purchasing it for $3 million, Conrad transformed this already iconic establishment into a symbol of the Hilton ethos of elegance and service. Under Hilton's ownership, the Waldorf Astoria became more than just a hotel. It was a cultural landmark, hosting every U.S. president from Herbert Hoover to Barack Obama, and becoming synonymous with high society, luxury, and historical events. The acquisition of the Waldorf Astoria epitomized Conrad Hilton's dream of creating a network of hotels that offered not just a place to stay, but a gateway to experiences defined by luxury, service, and comfort. As the Hilton Hotel Corporation grew from strength to strength, so did Conrad Hilton's reputation as a visionary who transformed the hospitality industry. His legacy, built on the principles of perseverance, innovation, and a relentless pursuit of excellence, continued to guide the expansion of his empire, setting new standards for what a hotel could and should offer to the world. In 1954, Conrad Hilton achieved a milestone that further cemented his status as a titan of the hospitality industry. He orchestrated what was then the largest real estate transaction in history, the purchase of the Statler Hotels chain, for an astounding $111 million. This period marked not only monumental business success, but also saw the active involvement of his three sons from his first marriage to Mary Adelaide Barron. The marriage, which ended in divorce in 1934, produced Conrad Jr., William Barron, and Eric Michael, each of whom would leave their own imprint on the Hilton legacy. Conrad Jr., the eldest, was particularly instrumental during a crucial expansion phase. He worked closely with his father, absorbing the nuances of a rapidly growing empire and contributing to its global reach.
Accompanying him was his eldest son, Nick. Nick was making a name for himself as a man about town.
His passion was substantial, and his positions as director and chairman of the executive committee of Hilton's international operations, as well as president of the Conrad N. Hilton Foundation, showed his dedication to both the family business and his philanthropic efforts. Unfortunately, Conrad Jr.'s bright career was cut short when he died of cardiac arrest in 1969 at the age of 42. The aftermath of Conrad Jr.'s death was a watershed moment for the Hilton family. William Barron then came up to guide Hilton into new endeavors, most notably the Las Vegas casino sector. This investment not only broadened the Hilton portfolio, but also capitalized on a rising market that would become synonymous with the city's economic landscape. After serving as a radar expert during the Korean War, Eric, the youngest, decided to take a more hands-on approach at work. Eric began his career as a bellman and worked his way up the ranks of Hilton Hotels, finally becoming executive chairman. His path through the company highlighted a deep-seated understanding of the operational aspects of hospitality, contributing a unique perspective to the executive leadership. Together, the Hilton brothers contributed to broadening the scope of their father's empire, adapting to the changing dynamics of the hospitality industry, and ensuring the Hilton name remained synonymous with innovation, luxury, and service across the globe. As the Hilton Hotels continued to expand, the legacy of Conrad Hilton and his sons embodied the quintessential American dream, transforming a simple hotel operation into a global symbol of hospitality and an integral part of international travel and business. As the 1970s drew to a close, the legendary Conrad Hilton, the pioneering spirit behind the Hilton Hotels empire, reached the end of his storied life. He passed away in early January 1979 at the age of 91, leaving behind a legacy that had reshaped the global hospitality landscape. Even in his final days, Conrad was a figure of relentless energy and dedication, and he was still actively involved in his company, working 6 days a week and frequently found at his desk.
We believe that through world travel, we may help world people.
His vitality extended beyond the boardroom. He was known to dance until the early hours of the morning, only to appear for breakfast at 8 a.m. and tackle a full day's work with unwavering vigor. Conrad's approach to his personal wealth and legacy was as meticulous as his management of his hotel empire. Upon his death, he left a comparatively modest sum of $500,000 to each of his 2 surviving sons, Barron and Eric, and $100,000 to his daughter Francesca. The Conrad N. Hilton Foundation received the great majority of his estate, reflecting his strong philanthropic values. In his will, he famously stated that charity is a supreme virtue and the great channel through which the mercy of God is passed onto mankind. His philanthropic vision was based on his deep Catholic religion, which emphasized his belief in the moral need to help the least fortunate. The change of leadership within the Hilton empire was not without challenges. Baron Hilton, who was already serving as acting president of Hilton Hotels at the time his father died, challenged the will. This legal challenge eventually resulted in Baron gaining control of 37% of Hilton's shares, amounting to 4 million shares outright. His leadership tenure marked a significant era for Hilton Hotels, as he became chairman of the board, president, and CEO of the company.
It's been a great help to me in my career as a businessman to be the son of a successful father as Conrad Hilton.
Baron's influence extended well into the 2000s, a period during which he not only oversaw significant growth, but also handpicked his successors, ensuring the continuity and stability of the Hilton legacy. Under Baron's stewardship, Hilton Hotels expanded its influence and operations, embracing new markets and opportunities, particularly in the burgeoning field of gaming and entertainment in Las Vegas, a strategic move that diversified the Hilton portfolio significantly. Baron's retirement in 1996 did not mark the end of his involvement. He retained his role as chairman of the board and remained a guiding force, his decisions shaping the strategic direction of the hotel empire well into the new millennium. Through these transitions, the Hilton family's commitment to innovation in the hospitality industry and philanthropic endeavors continued to reflect the indelible mark Conrad had made, a legacy of luxury, service, and social responsibility that endured beyond his lifetime. Baron Hilton, Conrad Hilton's son, continues his father's philanthropy in a meaningful way after his death in September 2019.
Ensuring that kids, at the center of it all, are receiving a good start to life.
Baron left 97% of his money to the Conrad N. Hilton Foundation after helping grow the Hilton enterprise into casinos and hotels. This massive donation increased the foundation's endowment from $2.9 billion to $6.3 billion, enabling it to sponsor global humanitarian projects. Baron's choice to donate most of his wealth was a touching tribute to his father's wishes and a confirmation of the family's long-standing dedication to the great channel through which the mercy of God is passed onto mankind, as Conrad called it. Baron taught his 8 children, 15 grandchildren, and 4 great-grandchildren, including Paris and Nikki Hilton, about stewardship and wealth management by leaving only 3% of his wealth to them. Paris and Nikki Hilton, daughters of Baron's 6th child, Richard Hilton, a property broker and developer, and Kathy Hilton, a fashion designer, grew up in a world far away from their great-grandfather Conrad's impoverished origins. They have used the Hilton name to create their own entertainment and apparel brands, while preserving its tradition. The Conrad N. Hilton Foundation will receive a cash boost and a more outstanding commitment to global concerns like homelessness, safe water, education, and disaster relief and recovery.
By the Enugu State Government for operation in other communities where similar schemes have broken down for a long time.
This donation helps the foundation fulfill Conrad Hilton's charitable mission from over a century ago, ensuring that the Hilton legacy is as much about worldwide humanitarian activities as global hospitality. As the Hilton family legacy develops, their intertwined pathways of tremendous wealth and significant charitable giving highlight a unique narrative of American entrepreneurship and philanthropy that continues to influence lives worldwide. Paris Hilton became a symbol of modern celebrity culture as her family's record of big philanthropy and entrepreneurship continued. Paris was a trendsetter and heiress from an early age, destined to develop her own empire. Paris joined Donald Trump's modeling firm Team Management in 2000, launching her career during New York Fashion Week. Her beauty and charisma made Paris a celebrity as she walked up the runway for top designers. Her path was not without challenges. A 2003 judicial struggle over the unlawful distribution of a private tape was well publicized. Paris graciously donated the entire $400,000 compensation to charity after this occurrence. The 2003 to 2007 reality series, The Simple Life, followed her and fellow socialite Nicole Richie as they handled daily duties and jobs.
How much is this?
$1,500.
I'll take it.
This incident didn't slow her down, but rather strengthened her resolve. Paris's influence went beyond TV. By 2018, her retail company had launched 29 perfume fragrances and generated over $2.5 billion. Her business dedication showed in her products and her music career, where she earned up to $1 million every gig as a DJ. Paris has advocated against mistreatment at juvenile and child detention facilities on Capitol Hill and the White House, in addition to her business efforts. Paris is passionate about reforming such institutions because of her own experiences. Through the dynamics of her career and personal evolution, Paris Hilton has not only sustained her relevance, but has also redefined what it means to be an heiress in the modern world, blending her family's legacy with her unique brand of celebrity, advocacy, and entrepreneurship. As the personal dramas and entrepreneurial triumphs of the Hilton family unfolded, Hilton Hotels itself charted a course that would take it to new heights of corporate success, underscoring the brand's enduring allure even beyond its founding family's direct involvement. In 2007, in a bold move emblematic of the times, Blackstone Group acquired Hilton Hotels for a staggering $26 billion, right at the peak of the property bubble.
One of the most successful, if not the most successful buyouts in history. I think Blackstone made about a $14 or $15 billion profit.
This transaction was not just a change of hands, but a significant gamble. Blackstone paid $47.40 per share, a 40% premium after the closing price the day before the deal was announced, assuming an additional $7.5 billion in debt. This acquisition was heralded by Bloomberg as the best leveraged buyout ever, given its timing and the scale of ambition it represented. The deal transferred control of nearly 4,000 hotels to Blackstone, positioning them as a powerhouse in the hospitality industry. The gamble paid off, and in 2013, Hilton Hotels solidified its financial standing by filing for a $1.25 billion IPO managed by heavyweights like Deutsche Bank, Goldman Sachs, Bank of America, Merrill Lynch, and Morgan Stanley. The IPO was a resounding success, pricing shares at $20 each, and raised nearly $2.4 billion through the sale of 117.6 million shares. This monumental public offering not only infused Hilton with fresh capital, but also elevated its market value, surpassing that of rivals like Marriott International and Hyatt Hotels. This IPO even outstripped Twitter's widely publicized $2.1 billion IPO in scale. 2014 marked another significant transaction for Hilton, with the sale of the iconic Waldorf Astoria in New York to a Chinese insurance conglomerate, Ambang Insurance Group, for $1.95 billion, making it the most expensive hotel sale ever at that time. Ambang approached Hilton before the hotel was even listed for sale, ultimately outbidding several other parties. As part of the agreement, Hilton Worldwide was contracted to manage the 1,232-room hotel for the next 100 years, a decision motivated partly by the need for substantial upgrades, which Hilton preferred to offload rather than finance. Today, Hilton's expansion continues unabated, with over 7,000 properties globally. The company prides itself on being one of the fastest-growing hospitality companies in the world. It consistently ranks as one of the best employers in the US. This growth trajectory highlights not just a recovery from historical corporate leverages, but a thriving enterprise poised to navigate the future of global hospitality. Hilton's journey from a single hotel to a dominant global presence encapsulates a story of strategic shifts, resilient management, and an unwavering commitment to excellence in the hospitality industry. Now, what were the decisions that made the Hiltons shape the global hotel industry, and what other family empires would you like us to explore next? Let us know in the comments below. Share your thoughts, and let's continue the conversation below.